Hello, my maths ninjas. Welcome back to the next video, and this is the last video of this chapter. So, if you're new to this channel, then what we have done is we have covered entire chapter number 2 in small segments. So, if you have not watched the previous one, please check the link on the channel and do watch the previous one as well. All right, so let's begin with the last figure it out of the chapter. So this is actually a word problems, right? So we have to express the given expressions, okay? And also we have to find their values, right? So let's begin with the first one. So the question was like this: the district market in Begor operates on all 7 days. Okay, so it is operating on all 7 days of a week. Now there are two persons. One is Rahim, supplies 9 kg of mangoes each day from his orchard, and Sham supplies 11 kgs of mangoes each day, okay, to the market. Find the amount of mangoes supplied by them in a week to the local district market. So, see, since it's a word problem, so we have to write in proper word formats, okay. So, you may write that, but I am telling you direct answers here. Now, Rahim supplies 9 kg of mangoes for each day. But this district market is operated on all 7 days of the week. So, if in one day Rahim is giving 9 kgs of the mangoes, so how many mangoes he has to give in on all 7 days? So, it is going to be 9 multiplied by 7. Okay, and plus since they are doing it together, so whenever we have to do together, what we have to do, we have to add. Whereas Sham is supplying 11 kgs of mangoes, okay, so this is going to be again 11 into 7. Okay, so this is an algebraic expression that we are going to get out of it, and we can simply do the normal operations here. 9 into 7, this is going to be 63 plus 77, and hence we are going to get our answer, that is 140 kg of mangoes they are supplying to the district market every week. Okay, so this is how we have to form the particular expressions. Now let's moving ahead to question number 2. We have Binu earns rupees 20,000 per month. Okay, she spends rupees 5,000 on the rent, rupees 5,000 on the food, rupees 2,000 on other expenses every month. What is the total amount Binu will save by the end of the year? So keep in mind that what is the total salary of Binu? She is earning rupees 20,000. Okay, now, on the second ground, what we can do is we have to spending. We have to find the spending, like how much spending the total has gone. Spending means it is minus. Whenever something is going away from us, it is minus here. And let's see how many spending she's doing. She's spending rupees 5,000 on the rent. Okay. Plus, she's also spending 5,000 on the food, and also she is giving 2,000 rupees as the other expenses, miscellaneous. Okay, so this is the total expenses that she is giving up. So if I want to solve it up, we already have 20,000 and we have to solve with the help of BODMAS rule. So I will solve the bracket first, which is 5,000 plus 5,000 plus 2,000, that is going to be 12,000. Okay, and the final amount that what she is going to save, that is 8,000 per month. Now, please understand that this is whatever the charges they are giving, this is per month. But in the question, they have asked how much she will save by the end of the year. Okay, so by the end of the year means in a year we have got 12 months. So simply what you can do is you will simply multiply this 8,000 with 12. So in 1 year. Okay, and you can easily get the answer and find it out. Do write in the comment section what is the answer, how much she is going to save in 1 year. Okay, so that will be the answer of B part. Moving ahead with question number C now. During the daytime, a snail climbs 3 centimeter up to a post. Okay. And during the night, while asleep, accidentally slips down by 2 centimeter. Oh, poor snail, right? So the post is 10 centimeter high and a delicious treat is on the top. In how many days will the snail reach and will get the treat. Okay, so just imagine it, right? We will understand this with the help of a picture. Let's suppose the snail is here. Okay, on the beginning stage, the snail is here. Okay, now on day one, what will happen? The snail will climb 3 centimeter up. Okay, then in the night, what will happen? It will come down 2 centimeter. Oh, that's bad. Okay, so this is 2 centimeter. Then what will happen? In the next day, it will again climb 3 centimeter. Okay, then what will happen? It will go down again, and it will be 2 centimeter again. So you have to think of that how many up downs it is going to happen. But you also have to keep in mind that this post is 10 centimeter high. So the height of this post is 10 centimeter high. Okay, means doing this way it has to do 10 times, like 10 centimeter height he has to reach. So this way you can just keep on doing, and I've just given you the hint how we can reach. So this point is here, then again it will come and it will go to 3 centimeter, then it will come down again to. So by this you can just keep on marking here in how many days it is going to cover the whole entire distance. So this one, I really want you to do it. And again, just a hint I want to keep in mind, that I want you to keep in mind that once the step, it is going to reach the 10 centimeter. Will that get down? Now, this is the point where we have to think about, okay? So after it reached to the 10 centimeter height, it is already on the top of it, and it is going to get the delicious treat. So after that part, it is not going to come back because already it's on the top. So the snail will stop there, maybe go and around, have some fun around, and will go search for another food later. Okay, so this one again, I'll be waiting for your answer. Still, if you will have any confusion, anything that you want me to help you out with, do reach me out. Now, moving ahead to question number two. Now, here we have got so many options for this, right? So, here there's a Melvin, he reads a two-page story every day. So, every day Melvin is reading a story, okay, which is two-page story. But except on Tuesdays and Saturdays. On Tuesdays and Saturdays, he is not reading up. Okay, so there are, keep in mind that there are 7 days in a week, but out of 2 days he is not reading them in 2 days. So what will be the answer? How many days he is reading? It is 7 minus 2. Okay, now you have to tell how many stories would he complete reading in 8 weeks. Okay, so in 8 weeks, how many stories he is gonna read? So this is going to be, so the number of days he is reading the stories is 7 minus 2. And now how many days he is reading up? For the 8 weeks. So the correct expression that is describing this is, you can match 7 minus 2. This is multiplied by 8. But wait. This is not the only one. Can you figure out which other one is there who's identical to it? Yes, we have discussed very well the distributive property in the previous video, right? Think of that if I want to open the bracket here. So this is going to be 7 multiplied by 8 minus 2 multiplied by 8. Okay, and which one is matching here? Yes, if you thought about the G one, you are correct, right? So these are the two options which is giving me the correct description of this scenario, right? Now, moving ahead, question number 3, find different ways of evaluating the following expression. See, students, whenever we have algebraic expression, no, there are two ways of solving it. One is simply that you just going on step by step, like whatever operation is coming, you are doing it and proceeding to the next step. Second is you collect all the positive terms together and collect all the negative terms together, and individually by group you solve it. Okay, so that is the way by which we can solve it. So I will help you out with the B part, and of course A part I want you to try it yourself. See, if I want to try here, so 1 minus 1, this is 0, 0 plus 1, 1, 1 minus 1, 0, 0 plus 1, 1, 1 minus 1, 0, 0 plus 1, 1, 1 minus 1, again 0, 0 plus 1, 1, 1 minus 1 is 0. One is this way of doing it. Like what I did step by step. Second thing what I can do is I will check out all the positive ones. So how many all positive ones are there? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So I have here 5 pluses plus ones. Okay, I have 5 plus 1. So what I'll do, I'll put it in a group. Minus. How many are negative ones? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, I have 5 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, why I have put plus sign here, you may wonder, but understand that I have put a negative sign here. So I've taken out negative sign, right? So this is 5 minus 5. This is again going to be 0. All right. So this is how we solve this in two different ways. Now, question number 4, we have to compare the following expressions using greater than, less than, or equal to sign. Again, let's say if we can do by reasoning. We don't have to get an exact answer, but we need to reason it out. So, what is happening here? 49 minus 7 plus 8. And what is written here? 49 minus 7 plus 8. They are identical. When the expressions are identical, their answers are also going to be identical. So, the first one is equal to. Second one, it is 83. So you keep on matching one by one. So see, here it is 83. Here also it's 83. Multiplied by 42, and here we have 40. Okay. And the 18 are same. So what is different? The deciding factor is 42 and 40. And they are in positive terms. So which one is bigger? 42. Hence, this expression is going to be bigger. Next again, 145 same, 145 same. Minus same, yes, minus same. 17 same, 17 same. But here it is 8 and here it is 7. So the deciding factor is 8 here. But, I want your attention here. In the previous one, the 42 was in the beginning, right? But here it is negative. So 17 multiplied by 8, the answer will be bigger. And when I'm going to subtract it from 145, the total answer will become smaller. Okay. So hence, this number is greater than this. Okay. Next is 23 and here 23. 48, there's a, here we are multiplying 23 multiplied by 48. Okay, and we have answered 35. Whatever the answer we're going to get, it is going to be 35 is going to be subtracted from that. But on the RHS side, what we are doing is we are multiplying 23 with the difference of 48 minus 35. So it means what? That we have to multiply 23 by 48 also and 23 by 35 also, which is going to get me a lesser number. So this one is greater. Next is 16 minus 11 multiplied by 12. So what we did here, we have done, it's minus 11 into 12 plus 16 multiplied by 12. So if you observe it carefully, we have simply changed the order of 16 and 11. So we have not altered the sign. So basically they are the same expression. They are not changing anyway. It is just the way is different that is written. Now 76 minus 53 multiplied by 88, and here 53, here we have swapped the numbers, but if you'll observe it carefully, it is 76 minus 53. The answer will be positive or negative? It is going to be positive, whereas 53 minus 76 is going to be negative. And we have again discussed this already, that positive number is always greater than the negative number. G part, 25 multiplied by 42 plus 16. And here what we did, here 42 became 43, means we have added 1 to it. And 16 became 15, that is minus 1. Means to that number I have added 1 and then I have subtracted 1. So what happened? Does it going to affect overall? No, it's not going to affect anyway. So this is basically again going to be same. Lastly, 36 multiplied by 28 minus 16. So what we did, we decreased actually 36 by 35. So overall number has been decreased. And with this, here we just have a difference of 28 to 27, one less, but the overall multiplication has been decreased. Okay, so this number overall is going to be more, okay, greater. Now question number 5, identify which of the following expressions are equal to the given expressions without computation. Means we do not have to compute that. You may rewrite the expressions using term or removing the brackets. There can be more than expression that is given to the equal expressions. Okay, so we have to get the same answer. It is 83 minus 37 minus 12. So what we can do is I can take out the, is this going to be the same one? What we did, we have added 1 to it, we have added 1 to it. Will that going to change anything? Because it is 83 minus 37. So what I did is I've increased 84 it to 1 and it became 84 and then 37, and minus 12 is as it is, right? I've increased something with a positive, I've increased something with a negative. So the answer remains the same. So this is same to the previous one. Secondly, in second expression, what we did is we have taken out negative sign common. And whenever I take a negative sign common, it alters the sign. So actually, this is also the same as that. Third part, what we did, 83 remained 83 and minus 37 became minus 38. Now see, here I have increased one negative one and I have increased one again the negative one. So basically I have increased minus 2. So this is not going to get me the same answer. And lastly, the fourth one, what we did is I've brought this 37 forward and just written the number as it is. And hence, that is going to get me the same answer. It is going to be the same, right? And B1, I want you to try now. We have done plenty of questions. Still, if you got stuck in any of the part, do reach me out. And sixth one is the creative section for you. You have to choose any number and create 10 different expressions that have the same value. So, all right, students, we have covered chapter number 2. I've tried to make it simpler for you, but your feedback always matter. Do write it down. Do reach me out in case you want any clarity on any particular topic also beyond this book also. If in general you want some help, do reach me out. Do write me in the comment section so that I'll create my videos on that also. Hope you have enjoyed these sessions. Thank you so much for watching. Keep learning, keep growing.